Why, hello and welcome everybody. It is Pohx again. So today in this video, we're going to go over kind of how to accumulate some wealth, how to get like your first 6 links if you guys have never afforded 6 links before, and kind of get you guys settled in the hardcore, I guess, area of Path of Exile of being able to make currency. Now, not all of these are going to be safe ways, not all these are going to be effective ways for you. Each person kind of adapts to their own, and there's going to be so many other methods that I haven't listed here. So let's kind of talk in order. When you first start a new league, right? One of the new 3 months or 4 months, whatever, however long the duration is of the league, people are going to be looking for very specific items. So if you want to learn to accumulate wealth, such as something like this, this is not a lot, so I'm not trying to show off by any means, but we've got a 6-socket 5-link Voltaxic. This is maybe, I don't know, 4x. Carcass is nothing. It's like 1.5x. This alone is about 1x in just at Zuri runs. This is about 2x, 3x in Ubers. Then we got 2, 4, 6, 8. This is 8 exalts. Anyway, this is piling up with the exalteds we have. Obviously, I've got a 6-link coil, and it's very easy to obtain things like this. So, one of the first ways is downloading one of the external programs, which would be either acquisition or procurement. And you can basically list all of your items up very, very simply. I personally don't really like doing this. I'm not a big fan of going through third party, but it's legit. And basically you can have any one of your tabs, and you can just go into each item. So let's look at divination, and I could click a divination card that's in here, right click it, and set a price. And this is especially important at the start of a league, where you're trying to broadcast your items to everyone. This will, flag it for PoE.trade. And you can very easily just sell things like that. At the beginning of the game, life and dual resist, everybody wants it. Something like, I'm sure I could find something here very easily. 36 life, lightning resist, movement speed. Done. It'll sell. You know why? Because movement speed, life resist. So that's one way, just learning, understanding basic gear. Another way is to actually play a bunch of different builds to, well, like level 70 or 80. Try playing a caster, try playing a physical attack build, try playing an elemental attack build, try playing a CI build, try playing hybrid builds. Play all these different types of builds that utilize different attack types, different skill choices, different defensive mechanics, because by playing all these different builds, you'll identify a piece of gear and you'll be like, oh, that would be really good for this build. And then you'll be like, oh, well, it actually has some value. If you just play one build and you kind of don't really talk to much people, it's kind of hard to decipher, what something's value is worth. But after you've played a bunch of different builds, again, you can identify a piece of gear and be like, this wouldn't be that bad for this build, or this is just absolute shit. I don't want this. Some other things to do, and this is the genre I fall into, is typically, if you level quickly, or not even, you don't even have to level quickly, but if you level quickly, say you're in the top 100, top 1000, whatever it is to you, you can sell kills for achievements. Achievements, if you press like H, for example, these are, or challenges, I guess you could say. I think GG just started offering like basically MTX rewards for challenge completions. So people naturally want free MTXs, they're gonna pay for their challenges. So I made my first like 3 exalts, basically just selling merciless Malachi kills. And all I had to do was get my character high level, get to the point of where I felt comfortable of running endgame content for people, and I just sold merciless Malachi kills. You can even see now people are selling them. Act 4 rushes, Coleman Duresso, someone here needs help. And you can just make a bunch of currency like that, just go AFK, watch some TV, like literally just sit like this and watch some anime. And, you'll get a hit off procurement, you sell your item, you get a hit for a Malachi kill, you go sell it, boom. Then you have options of, like, making a Magic Find character. A Magic Find character, his purpose is basically stacking item increase rarity and item increase quantity, and continuously farming an area over and over, or a boss drop. And, you can build up a net worth like that. And that's not too difficult. It does get a bit, I guess, scary sometimes, because if you wanna Magic Find things properly, you'll be doing like Merciless Comb or Merciless Vul, or something like high-end maps. A lot of people like to run, and there's nothing really wrong with that. But for the newer player, it is kind of a bit difficult, just for the simple fact of you're sacrificing a lot of defensive aspects for a lot of utility aspects, magic finding. Something I'm not personally too fond of. I prefer to just play the game with my characters. So there's that. Next up, we have other ways, which is things like Adziri. If you make a build that's pretty much made to kill Adziri, Adziri will net you always a positive income in hardcore. I started doing Adzubi about 3 days ago, and I have made probably over 20 exalts ever since doing it. So I've got, again, Dorney's Catalysts are about 2x each. My physical belts here are about 35 chaos each. Adzubi flasks are anywhere from 7 to 9 chaos each. Adzubi sets are about 5 chaos each right now. So I've made quite a lot just off Adzubi, as we like to call her herself. And, there's other ones as well you could run. You could do Vinctor. You could sell Adziri kills for the challenge on top of making the original net worth. So there's, like, so many different ways to do it in Path of Exile. And you really want to push yourself. If you really want your 6-link, it's expensive, man. You're going to be spending, like, 12 exalts on something unless you get lucky. So, you put in a bit of time, you get a bit of reward back, and you're pretty much good. So I hope that helped you guys. Now, there are other types of ways as well, but I figured, it'd be better to make a video dedicated for each one specifically, rather than me going over, like, a global scale, because, I didn't even introduce crafting, or, like, searching PoE.trade, and properly finding things without that secret suffix or that hidden prefix, and then you pull it off the market, craft it yourself, flip it for like 2 exalts. There's a bunch of things that I could share with you guys. It's just hard to compile it into one video again. But anyway, I had questions for you guys towards this end, like I did promise. I wanted to kind of create my own, a little bit of a guide in terms of how to stay alive in hardcore and kind of keep you guys up to date with what I do all the time. I wanted, people have asked, because I've played a bunch of previous games, and I take breaks from Path of Exile, build a little bit of a viewer base, and come back to it. And a lot of people are like, Pohx, what the fuck is this game? Why do I have, 3,000 passives? So, I figure I will actually get ahead and try it. I'll see if I like it, but I don't want to start that until Ascendancy actually starts. I feel like if I'm going to create a series, teaching people how to survive, or simple build outlines or build guides or templates for builds, I think the best and most suitable time to do it would be with a new patch, because Ascendancy could change map layouts. They could change this. They're bringing out the Ascendancy classes. Expect a ton of buffs and nerfs, so I think that would be the most appropriate time to see it. And I figured, I don't have an issue at all making YouTube content. The only time I don't make YouTube content is when I don't know what the hell I want to make. So I'm going to start jotting down information from now. So if there's anything you guys would like to see, drop them in the comments below, and I'll compile all this shit into a WordPad. I cannot promise that I'm going to make a video based on what you're saying, but if it's good, I'll make the video, Anyway, that's going to be pretty much it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, you can always catch me streaming at twitch.tv/Pohx. I'll actually be streaming right after this video, doing some Adzubi runs, boys. So take care, have a wonderful time, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow.